Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters. Welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing Fostering a Spectrum of Voices, a Leader's Guide to Diversity and Inclusion in Video Game Studios. Building Inclusive Worlds, Strategies for Cultivating Diversity in Game Development Teams. The video game industry, with its global audience and multifaceted nature, stands at a unique intersection of technology, art, and storytelling. In such a dynamic environment, the need for diversity and inclusion is not just a moral imperative, but a strategic one. As a leader in a video game studio, championing diversity and fostering an inclusive culture are essential to unlocking creativity, driving innovation, and reflecting the rich tapestry of your audience in the games you create. This comprehensive guide delves into effective strategies and practices to support and enhance diversity and inclusion within your studio. Understanding the importance of diversity and inclusion. Diversity in a team brings varied life experiences, cultural backgrounds, and unique viewpoints. This variety enriches the creative process, leading to more innovative and relatable game content that resonates with a broader audience. Inclusion goes beyond just having a diverse team, though. It's about creating an environment where all team members feel valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best work. Inclusive cultures recognize and celebrate differences, fostering a sense of belonging and collaboration. Assessing your studio's current landscape. Start by understanding the current state of diversity in your studio. This can involve assessing team composition, reviewing hiring practices, and gathering feedback from employees about the inclusivity of the workplace. Use the insights from your audit to identify areas that need improvement. Are there groups that are underrepresented in your team? Are there barriers to inclusion that need to be addressed? Inclusive hiring practices. Diversify your talent pool by looking beyond traditional recruitment channels. This can include partnering with organizations that focus on underrepresented groups in the tech and gaming industry, attending diverse career fairs, and leveraging social media platforms. Implementing hiring practices that minimize unconscious bias. This can involve structured interviews, diverse hiring panels, and blind review processes where candidates' personal information is anonymized. Cultivating an inclusive workplace culture. Foster an environment where employees feel comfortable sharing their experiences and perspectives. Regularly hold open forums or discussions on diversity and inclusion topics. Invest in regular training for your team to raise awareness about unconscious biases, cultural sensitivities, and inclusive communication practices. And create clear policies that outline your studio's commitment to diversity and inclusion. This should include anti-discrimination policies, equal opportunity statements, and guidelines for respectful communication. Building diverse teams and leadership. Ensure diversity is reflected not just in your teams, but also in leadership positions. Diverse leadership can provide different perspectives in decision-making processes and set a powerful example for the rest of the studio. Establishing mentoring and sponsorship programs to support the career advancements of underrepresented groups within your studio. These programs can help in identifying and nurturing diverse talent. Integrating diversity in game development. Strive to create game content that reflects the diversity of your audience. This includes character designs, narratives, and cultural contexts that are inclusive and respectful of different backgrounds. Adopt inclusive design principles in game development. Ensure games are accessible to players with different abilities, including considerations for color blindness, hearing impairments, and motor skill challenges. Measuring progress and maintaining momentum. Set specific, measurable goals for diversity and inclusion in your studio. This could include targets for recruitment, retention rates of diverse employees, and benchmarks for employee satisfaction. Continuously monitor your progress towards these goals and be open to making adjustments in your strategies. Regularly seek feedback from your team on the effectiveness of your D&I initiatives. Facing challenges and overcoming obstacles. Be prepared to face resistance or skepticism about D&I initiatives. Address concerns openly, providing education and dialogue opportunities to discuss the benefits of a diverse and inclusive workplace. Recognize that fostering an inclusive culture is an ongoing process that involves navigating complex interpersonal dynamics. Stay committed and patient, understanding that meaningful change takes time. Engaging with broader communities. Actively engage with diverse gaming communities and groups. This can involve participating in forums, attending events, or even hosting community dialogues. Such engagement not only provides valuable insights, but also demonstrates your studio's commitment to inclusivity. Form partnerships with educational institutions, especially those with strong representation from underrepresented groups. These collaborations can be a pipeline for future talent and provide opportunities for students through internships or workshops. Take a leadership role in supporting industry-wide D&I initiatives. This could involve participating in panels, contributing to research, or supporting diversity-focused gaming conferences and events. Embracing global diversity. In a global industry like gaming, it's important to understand and respect cultural differences. This includes being aware of cultural sensitivities in game content and workplace interactions. Expand your recruitment efforts globally. Remote work technologies have made it easier to include talent from around the world, enriching your studio with a wide range of cultural perspectives. Develop communication practices that are inclusive of non-native English speakers. This can include providing language support, using clear and simple language, and being mindful of time zone differences for global team members. Leveraging technology for inclusion. Utilize technology to make your games more accessible to players with disabilities. This includes options for customizable controls, text-to-speech features, and colorblind modes. Leverage data analytics to gain insights into how diverse audiences interact with your game. This can inform more inclusive game design decisions. Invest in virtual collaboration tools that facilitate seamless communication and collaboration among team members, regardless of their location or abilities. Creating inclusive content. Strive for diverse representation in your game characters. This includes considering race, gender, sexual orientation, and disabilities in character designs and storylines. Engage cultural consultants to ensure that representations in your games are respectful and accurate. This is particularly important when depicting cultures or experiences different from your own. Be vigilant against perpetuating stereotypes and harmful tropes in your games. Strive for nuanced and respectful representations. Nurturing an inclusive studio culture. Conduct regular training sessions for your team on topics related to diversity and inclusion. This should be an ongoing effort to maintain awareness and sensitivity. Regularly review your studio's policies to ensure they are inclusive. This includes non-discrimination policies, parental leave policies, and accommodation policies. Create opportunities to celebrate and learn about different cultures within your team. This could be through cultural days, food events, or sharing sessions. Measuring impact and evolving strategies. Set clear, measurable objectives for your D&I initiatives. Regularly track progress against these objectives to assess the impact of your efforts. Regularly seek feedback from your team and community on your D&I efforts. Be open to criticism and willing to make changes based on their feedback. Stay informed about the latest best practices in diversity and inclusion. The field is constantly evolving, and staying abreast of new research and strategies is crucial for continuous improvement. Final thoughts. Fostering diversity and inclusion in your video game studio is a journey that requires commitment, empathy, and continuous learning. By implementing the strategies outlined in this guide, you can create an environment that not only champions diversity, but also leverages it as a strength. An inclusive studio not only contributes to a more equitable industry, but also produces games that reflect the rich diversity of the world we live in. As you continue to grow and evolve in your D&I efforts, remember that the goal is not to reach a final destination, but to continuously strive for a more inclusive and representative gaming world. The impact of such efforts extends far beyond the confines of your studio, influencing the entire game ecosystem and its diverse global audience. Embrace the challenge, celebrate the milestones, and persist in the pursuit of an inclusive gaming future where every voice is heard and every story is valued. All right, and that's this week's episode of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. Oh, hi there. The episode's over, but thanks for sticking around till the end. If you're on the quest to elevate your team's leadership, production, or game design capabilities, I'm here to assist. Leveraging extensive experience and a strategic approach, I offer personalized audits, bespoke workshops, and leadership retreat facilitation to drive your team toward excellence. My commitment is to provide efficient, reliable, and proven support, ensuring you have the tools and insights needed to thrive. Ready to unlock your team's full potential and achieve unparalleled success? Don't hesitate to press start on your journey to transformation today. Feel free to reach out directly to discuss how we can tailor a solution to meet your unique needs and goals. Let's connect and take your team's performance to the next level.